Hello.
Ooh, we still have music.
Hi.
Ooh, that was kind of epic tonight.
Yeah.
Nice.
How are you?
Good. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dragonmount. I'm Crystal, and this is my wherever he is.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
over
my
here.
buddy Thom. Hello.
This is me right now, by the way.
Ah,
Surprise
Happy Monday,
Momo.
everyone. Welcome to our Monday night rewatch of Wheel of Time, episode 3 of season 2. Oh my gosh, you guys. Every episode we watch on Mondays, we get closer and closer to season 3. Like
I know.
can't believe it.
I know. So it's very exciting, especially all the gorgeous stuff that we're seeing come out on the images for season 3. It's
The photos are so good.
so good. But I don't want to go too, get too gushy or go too off topic. We have, people waiting on us, and we don't want to leave our very special guest, just one of a kind, really, someone that or especially around here, you don't see them very often. So let's see.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
It's the CEO of Dragonmount herself.
Hi. So excited to be here.
Yes.
I know you've all come to see me. I'm so happy.
I mean, look at this gorgeous picture of you. It's just perfect. It's very perfect.
So epic. So epic.
And is that a unicorn that you're wearing on your head right now too? I didn't even notice that until just now.
This is the headset that you'll recognize from many interviews that I've done with people as well. And then I also have a unicorn on my chair just in case I forget my identity.
Perfection.
Yeah, it's really nice to remember that.
And that's that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was mistaken. There is another person backstage, but I'm not sure if everyone will remember them. So let me just grab something just to remind everybody on who this person.
Good idea. Good idea.
Why they're here.
Some tracker. A bloody signal file that Padden Fane and his dark friends know exactly where we are.
I know very little about this new tracker, this sniffer, Lord Ingtar's hired. But I'm sure he's no match for you, Master Nomesta. Though it's been weeks since we've seen trace of Fane, it always seems you're on the verge of a fresh discovery.
Are you taking the piss?
No, mate, he'd never.
Oh! Uno bloody Nomesta himself.
What's up? What's up? I'm representing with my shirt. That's the best.
Exactly, and of course, I can't let that go. So
the Wheel of Time fandom is statistically the best fandom.
Statistically, it's fact.
Statistically,
how much do we love him though? Rafe is just he's amazing.
He's
so
fantastic.
incredible.
Great leader. Great leader.
Yay.
He's always so wonderful to talk to, and he's always got such funny anecdotes. That interview he told us about the wig hair prank that he played on Yosha for the end of season 1.
The thing is, when you're working so hard and you're putting so much of yourself into it, you really need those moments of levity. So there's so many of those incredible stories, and I wish all of them could be remembered so the fans could remember them. I know you'd really appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh, Innkeeper Anas likes your shirt. I wonder why. Maybe because it's the lights work.
Yes.
And we love watching you guys. So it's particularly in that scene, I really enjoyed the banter that you guys were sharing. And obviously you guys are really riding the horses in that scene. Did you guys have any kind of Band of Brothers moments when you were?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, season 2 was really amazing because I think about 6 weeks out, everyone on the hunt, we kind of got together and we made this little gang, and we were training together every day with the stunt guys and amazing stunt women. We were riding horses every day. And so we had our Wheel of Time boot camp, and it was really exciting. And it was also a really great chance for us to start to bond, get to know each other, because it's so important to feel like we had been on the road for 6 months already,
Yeah.
and that we knew each other kind of backwards and forwards, and that was a fantastic time. Some of my favorite memories of season 2 were that pre-production time where we're just fighting and riding horses and hanging out and getting to know each other. It was a really cool time.
Well, and you can feel it. You can feel that bond that you guys, this was not like just acting from like, it feels so real. And I think that's something really special about the Wheel of Time, that you can tell with how many people hang out outside of like the junkets and premieres and stuff. They're always like taking photos of each other. And that's just something special about that whole set.
Yeah, and I got to say that aspect, that's not normal necessarily on the set, and I really think that comes down from Rafe and kind of the spirit of generosity that Rafe has. Everyone on the show, so amazing, so generous, all want the show to work, and so it's really the happiest set I've ever experienced, and I really think it comes down from Rafe.
Love.
I could definitely see that, because he really does put such a positive energy out there. I hesitate to, because usually the nicest people like that, you never want to see them frustrated. So I would wonder. I'm sure you might have seen it maybe once or twice.
I really haven't, actually. I mean, he gets passionate, but he gets very passionate, and he's very direct sometimes. But that's what's really amazing about him. He's so confident. He's such a great leader. It's really special. It's a really special thing.
It comes out in the work, because you guys, there are particular, I mean, the whole thing is great, but there are some particular scenes where you can really feel the emotion behind them, particularly like this one right here.
Oh my God.
Joy.
Sheer joy.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I mean, on that particular shot, that happened because Senna was also directed 208, the last episode. And I was expecting them to call cut, and they didn't. She didn't call cut. So we'd already killed all the Seanchan, so I didn't know what to do. I just started screaming, just started stabbing dead Seanchan soldiers, trying to I was just acting like Uno. And that's what that is from. That's a little extra bit.
Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. Oh, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of just swinging around and stabbing and a little extra bit and one-eyed people, I was watching some of your other stuff today. Like, it just, I was just like, oh, I didn't realize you were in a movie with Michael Caine, Sir Michael Caine.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, oh crap, he died in that one too. If it's not too much of a if it's not too hurtful, I'd like to just play this little clip real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Of course, you didn't have the one eye, but twice. That's a little overkill. Okay.
Let's do a third time just to make sure.
And then I just had to get the clip of.
You have to get back in there and help him. No.
And
regroup at the meeting point.
Yeah, we had a great time with that. That movie suffered a little bit because it was shot right before COVID, and so it was delayed coming out. But that fight scene was really fun in the cave, and Ben Foster played Jan Žižka, and Roland Mueller was the bad guy in it. Roland, he was fantastic. So that was fun doing the fight with Roland, and then at the end, when my eyes were shut, that was Kat will maybe know this guy. That's Magnus and Samuelsson from Strongman from Sweden. So yeah, we had a lot of fun on that movie.
That's cool.
The same thing. It was like 4 months of fighting and riding horses and stuff, and just being dirty and hanging out. So yeah, it was similar a little bit. It was good preparation for Wheel of Time.
Okay, and that was, by the way, that was Medieval.
Yeah.
Came out in 2022, I think.
Yeah, I don't know when. Yeah, maybe 22. Yeah.
Yeah, or at least that's what Netflix said on the little like banner thing, or no, Hulu or whatever it was. I don't remember.
Yeah, we shot
so many
that
streaming
movie
services
actually. Well, we shot that movie the day in 2018, and I got the call back to go to that audition the day my son was born, my 6-year-old son.
Oh wow!
And so I had to say to my wife, I was like, I'm really sorry, but my child is actually being born, so I cannot go to the callback. And then Jessica was just like, I don't want you, just go. So 30 minutes after my son was born, I went to the set, did the callback. The callback for that movie was not acting. The callback was a fight. I had to learn a fight quickly.
Oh,
if I could do the fight. And it was a lot of, it was basically the same fight guys from Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
I did the fight, and then I got the part. But the director said, what about your hair? Can we shave your head? And I was thinking this is gonna shoot, months later. So I said, yeah, sure. And he goes, okay, let's go. And they shaved my head right then and did a screen test. So I go back to the hospital, and Jessica wakes up and sees me bald. Yeah, it was.
Oh my
it was
god!
memorable.
That's pretty
traumatic for her. I can
I
imagine.
think that might be statistically the best partner that you have there.
Yes,
Pretty great.
she's pretty amazing. She's pretty amazing.
I love
I
that
noticed-
idea for a screen test is how fast can you learn a fight and how like
shake
safe
your
you
head.
can be like that. Like it's
Yeah.
everyone knows that you're like actors are actors. Like that's one
Yeah.
thing, but being able to be like, hey, can you do this really well? Like that's really awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and luckily I had a lot of fake fighting background, so I could do it. But in that movie, I was using a giant halberd, basically, so it was like twice the size of me.
Oh my gosh.
Swords are actually kind of my specialty. Swords are what I'm really great at.
Okay.
If I'm good at anything, I'm not, not compared to the amazing stunt people, of course. But so that's why I was really excited on that little frame you showed from the end of 208. Uno finally takes out 2 swords, so that was a pretty cool moment.
Incredible.
Just the sheer joy that is on your face in that scene. I can feel it. I can feel it. It looks like pure happiness. That's perfect for, I feel like, Geidel, Kane, and Uno in a gigantic battle.
Yeah.
In a gigantic battle where they're heroes of the horn, like they're safe, like they get to go around and shoot people and not have to worry about dying or injuries.
Absolutely, and I just love so much how they wrapped up that part of the Uno story in 208 with Perrin, because I feel like Perrin and I have been developing this relationship, and Perrin has this kind of question, do I protect, do I attack, and then giving him that shield and letting Perrin protect. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He could do a little bit of both, it seems like, which was nice.
Exactly.
And speaking of, though, for that scene, like, not only did that really kind of drive home that camaraderie between you guys, it also made everyone simultaneously hate and fear the Seanchan pretty well. And usually when people bring up your scene and this episode, I have a clip from a Rafe interview where actually we get to see a little bit of serious Rafe here. So
The Seanchan are incredibly dangerous, and we needed people to be fucking terrified of the Seanchan.
I swear to obey, to await, and to serve.
And of course, your gorgeous wife.
Yeah, just hearing her say those words, I'm experiencing a little PTSD right now.
I was gonna say, like, a little Pavlovian reflex.
Yeah.
So are you like, do you need like an emotional support animal? Like I have my little guy for when the Seanchan comes up?
I do have a little red wine with me. That's going to help me get through.
Perfect. I have our boss with us now. Our executive producer. Kathy's the
there we
CEO,
go.
but as an executive producer on the show is my cat Luna. He always is hanging out with us tonight. That's the Luna cam. He sits with me on my desk. Most nights people come for the Luna cam. I think there's more of a reason tonight, but
It's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's not us. This was the first time, like when we got the screeners, I would watch them like locked in my bedroom away from I have a 3-year-old, away from my kid. And this was the first time that my husband came running in because I screamed. I just screamed when it happened. And he was like, oh my God. And I was like, I'm fine. It was just the show. I'm fine. Not fine. And I like closed my, I was just like, no.
Yeah.
I still struggle to watch it. And I purposely did not rewatch today so I could just watch it tonight.
it was. I remember there was a lot of screaming from me.
Mm-hmm.
I was more excited though when he came back for the horn. My wife was like, "Oh, I wish I taped that." Because I actually got up and was walking around. I was like, "He's fucking Guidal Kane! He's fucking Guidal Kane!" I was so excited.
I had taken some photos, both of the poor death scene of everyone's bestest girl, boy, the actor's girl, dog, boy, you know, Hopper's death. I had taken like full on tears, and then so quickly you reappear that like my tear, like I still had tears in my eyes and the biggest smile of like, oh my gosh, these are happy tears now. Like my eyes had no idea. It was bouncing all over the place.
Sorry. I clicked on something and then my brain shut off. I wanted to say hi to Arosa because she's with us almost every night. And
yay.
Hello.
You mentioned shaving your head.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I watched of yours today, which if you guys look in the description of the video, there's a link to it. Watch it later because it's 17 minutes, but it's from 9 years ago. So I'll preface that for everybody, but it's a TED talk that guy gave on, I think it was like leadership, and you used Shakespeare as an analogy to how you got to the, you know, kind of your position you were in and how you kind of take charge of things. And you used a lot of both acting and the stories themselves to frame leadership, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
But I have to share an image of you from that because
it's
hair.
Have some hair.
He's still cute though. I could still see the eye patch. You know, he's got the squint on the one eye, so I could see it. He knew then that he was going to be Uno Nomesta, I feel like.
Yeah, well, I actually have a little hair now, and I have a big Shakespeare season coming up, and I've decided to grow my hair a little bit to just see what is actually there. But there's not much actually there, so this may go away soon.
You and I have very similar hairlines now. Mine started the year after I graduated my senior year of high school, which is I felt bad for bringing a picture of you with hair, so I found the latest picture of me with hair was actually from high school. It was like my senior year. My hairline is already receding. You can see it on the sides there. It's already
amazing.
17 years old.
That's why you look so mad.
Yeah, that is why I was mad. Absolutely. It's my 17-year-old receding hairline for sure. But yeah. So anyway, one of the things that we're going to do tonight, and this is usually the time that I tell everybody, I give everyone like the heads up that we're going to watch the show. I share the link to the watch party, and I share it to you guys as well so that you can click on it. I'll put it in a specific spot so that you guys can also click on it. It's a handy dandy little web extension, browser extension that we got that allows you to watch things together that Netflix made back in the pandemic times. And since it worked so well, all of the streaming services allowed Netflix to allow their, things to work through it. So I will share this link with everybody, and then everyone can queue it up and get it ready. Only I have control though, because y'all are crazy. I don't want to.
And so, Guy, on the right hand side of the screen, there should be a private chat tab. If you want to click on that.
Yeah. And if you click on that, it may ask you to sign into your Amazon account. I don't know if you have like a super special Amazon account that, you know, you need like a flight code and like 2 keys to log into, but
It's a retinal scanner.
yeah. And I'll put the link to the watch party in chat, but I'm sure you know the episode enough that to where if you needed to, you could probably remember it. Maybe it's a little poignant in your Wheel of Time career. And also I have the timer in my bottom right. So if anyone wants to follow along that way, I'm sure perfectly legal means if you're not streaming it normally and you just want to follow through the chat, you could follow my little timestamp that I have down here in the corner of my screen, which I will align with the episode when we press play. If you don't already have the web browser extension, it may prompt you to download it. It is 100% legit, created by Netflix, so don't worry about it. And it's free. So obviously this episode is heavy for you, Guy, because for obvious reasons. But this is a pretty heavy episode for Zoe and Nynaeve. It's a great Nynaeve episode. I'm actually like, obviously it's going to be great to watch, you know, your scene with you and have you here for that. But I'm pretty excited to hear your thoughts on Nynaeve and her testing and Zoe. And that's such a great, like, honestly, this is one of the things that I enjoyed that Rafe and the writers did a little bit more than the scenes from the books.
Do we have a spoiler level tonight, Thom? Are we book-wise talking?
So usually our spoiler level for the Wheel of Time shows are up to Fires of Heaven. So I have that banner ready to go, and I'll periodically throw it up. So we're going to keep our spoilers to Fires of Heaven.
And for anyone that needs to know, definitely not me, because I have them all named. Which number book is that?
That is a good 5.
5. Okay.
5.
Not that it really matters, because I don't know if the best drinking game would be I take a drink every time I can't remember what happens in which book.
Kathy, I always ask Thom, give me what happens at the end of book so I don't go past that.
Right.
They're all one book past.
Yes. Agreed.
Thanks, Light Blinded Fool. So, and just in case anyone else needs a further assistance in that is the book where a certain Aes Sedai goes through a twisted doorway at the end of it.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Excellent. Yep.
Yeah. Usually helpful for people. I mean, I've done so many first-time reader shows now that I have that kind of like queued up in my brain usually, where I used to not have it queued up.
Smart.
How is everyone doing for the episode?
I forgot my Amazon password, so
Celebrities, they're just like us.
Oh, Akeem, I forgot. We have a new person from chat from a couple of weeks ago. Akeem discovered the books through the show, so I'm so happy that you're here, that you're still here, Akeem. Thank you for chiming in, and finished the Eye of the World today. Congratulations!
Woohoo!
He was okay with the spoilers last time, so
okay, good.
There's so much to remember in these books. You'll forget what we spoiled anyway.
Right.
And I already made the Prince of Zamunda joke, so no one else needs to do it.
Don't. Yeah, that was definitely the joke that I was gonna.
Come on, Akeem. What? Coming to America? Eddie Murphy?
Okay, listen, I've seen it several times, but I don't remember anything.
Man, I can quote that whole movie. I know that whole movie by heart. Sexual Chocolate. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite movies. That boy good. He good right there. He good.
Okay, fine. I'll rewatch it.
You should.
Put it on the list, Thom. Yeah. Put it on our movie list.
Also, Samuel L. Jackson's first movie that he had lines in was that movie.
Ooh, nice.
And yes, it's one sentence, and yes, it has motherfucker in it.
I mean, that tracks. Yeah. That definitely tracks. I just remember James Earl Jones. and Mufasa in it. You
Yeah.
know, that made me happy.
King Jaffe Jeffer.
Yes.
Why do I remember that? I don't know. I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
But you remember these lines.
It's a true story.
It's very impressive.
This could be another opportune moment to talk about the game that we're going to play and what people could possibly win if after we play the game, the trivia question that we're going to have. It's an Uno based trivia question also, by the way.
Wait, are we doing the trivia or the other thing?
Both. We're going to do both. So, Kathy, do you have your picture ready?
I do. I have a couple of them. Do we want to just do one? And then
just do. Okay. Yeah, we'll save the other one for later.
Okay. Let's see.
So we have to get everyone to sit and watch through the whole episode, and usually they're obviously waiting around for our Inside the Dragonmount interviews.
Always.
But we did that with Guy already. We did it at WatCon this year. He answered all of our questions, and he was actually there for the first of our "What is your favorite dinosaur?" question.
Oh yeah,
nice.
And Guy, you and I think we're the only two so far that still have Triceratops as our favorite dinosaur.
Wow.
Nice.
Impressive.
So you go check that out. It's on we have like a playlist of the ones as we clip them out of each episode, and Guy's is the first one in there. So go check that out. But when people have already done the interview, we play a game. So the game that we're going to play is Wheel of Time Mad Libs. We have a quote from Eye of the World. Guy has offered to read it at the end of the episode. And the way Mad Libs work is we remove the nouns, the adjectives, the verbs, adverbs, and we replace them with words that, the way the game works is, you write them down, there's rolling. We're not doing any of that. Chat, from now until the end of the stream, just keep posting words. So say like noun and then write a noun. Write adjective and then write, warm or strong or whatever. Any adjective you want. And then
some colors, some body
colors,
parts,
yeah,
some animals,
everything.
some locations.
My lovely wife, Erin, has offered to sit in chat and make sure we're prompting people for the right words that we need to fill in the thing. So just watch for Dragonmount in chat. And if you have a word, just write, adjective, word, noun, word, and we'll keep track of them. At the end, we'll read. And then when Guy's done reading, we'll ask a Uno-based trivia question. And Kathy, do you have your picture?
And you could win.
Yay!
Right.
Signed at Jordan Con.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Special prize.
How was having that? Like, not the eye patch, because you talked about the eye patch, but all of the prosthetic on your face.
It was a lot of early mornings. I think the only person who had to wake up earlier than me was Hamed.
I was going to say.
Yeah. That's
Hamed. Yeah, that's a whole other. I mean, that guy's amazing to do all that. Yeah. But it was a long time. It would take 3 hours sometimes. But we got so good at it. It got super fast, and everyone was so lovely, just making sure I was comfortable and everything. But there were some early mornings for sure.
Because what time would
3:30 in the morning?
Yeah. I was gonna say, what time would call times normally be for filming? Obviously, not night shoots because those are a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, it would change a little bit, but and they were always really terrific about thinking about turnover and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
I don't know. Usually they pick me up sometime between like 2:30 to 4 often. Yeah.
Did you ever fall asleep in the chair while being applied?
No, because I was so excited to fucking Uno,
right?
Once you're there, you just like kind of get going. You listen to music, you talk. I had an amazing team that were so great about things, and you're just thinking about the day and what you want to accomplish, and kind of getting yourself in that mind space. So I wouldn't sleep. No,
I definitely get that. Did you ever have a chance to, and I know she's like the lead of makeup and hair, so I don't know if she's like on set every day, but Davina Lamont, did you ever have a chance to meet her?
Of course, yeah. We worked on things intimately together, and she was often there. So, fantastic, amazing human being, and super talented. Super talented artist.
Yeah. If you love the hair, the makeup, and the prosthetics on the Wheel of Time, or the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, Underworld, then you've seen Davina's work. She's amazing.
She's so talented.
Yeah. And I also got a chance to interview her as well, and Sharon Gillam. So check that out on the Dragonmounts as well.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah. When we I don't know if as we're watching it, if we have a chance to maybe stop.
Oh yeah, we could just talk.
We will stop for you.
First time we saw the Seanchan, I've got a story about Sharon.
Okay. Yes.
And that's
first time we see it. So
perfect opportunity to give everyone the countdown and press play on our episode. So I'm gonna press play on the watch party. So if you're in the watch party, you don't have to do anything. Just hang out.
So Guy, you don't have to push play. You could just watch.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
okay.
I know. You were so ready. You were focused. You're right. I'm ready to push it. I was like, hold on.
I want to do it
right.
But you can't push play anyway because I have the power. It's funny too when you click the little button. It says I have the power. That's what it says when you click it, which is I like it. I just imagine He-Man every time I do it. Anyway, if you're gonna follow along on the thing, I'll on the timer down here. I'll press play on that, and you can align. I did try for you guys to get the ad-free version of Amazon. It does not translate. So if you do not have the ad-free version of Amazon, you will still get ads if you're watching through your Amazon Prime account. But it will catch back up to where we are in the show. So that works at least. Okay, here we go.
All right, I'm just preparing.
Yes.
Whoa. Oh yeah, perfect.
Get ready.
I have a lot of emotional support beverages tonight.
Mine is the same color, but it's because it's Tito's and cranberry juice. Well, pomegranate juice.
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
All right, 3, let's go.
2, 1, and play. Okay, and it's for me, and the timer's going, and they are aligned. Perfect. So I always suggest to people that they turn down the volume, mostly, especially for people in the call. Turn down the volume of the episode and turn on the subtitles. That's what we usually do.
Oh yeah, subtitles. That's the saddest part about screeners is not getting subtitles.
Yes. Well, and the X-ray feature too. That's really nice. That tells you where you are in the world. And
yeah.
How can I hear what they're saying if I don't have the subtitles?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how my brain works.
My finger really wanted to click skip recap very badly.
Yeah, we won't be skipping anything here. Don't worry. So now, Guy, and you've talked about this before, so I won't make you launch into your whole "how did I discover the Wheel of Time" story. But you've been a fan of Wheel of Time for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
How was it seeing like the White Tower?
I think I had a very strange experience because I was experiencing it from the inside and also the outside at the same time. Because I was always a fan, and I got to see how the sauce was made, and the sauce still tasted amazing. And that's what was so cool about it all. And, I was just geeking out the whole time. I mean, the first time they took me on a little private tour and I saw all the Trollocs in the studio and I saw the different Trolloc, I was like, holy shit.
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Did you participate in the naming of the Trollocs as well? Or like
No, I wasn't a part of that, but okay. I'm a personal big fan of what are the hardest, I think probably the hardest Trollocs to make work on screen. I love the bird Trollocs. Those are really hard to look good and make. And when you see them up close, they're banging. They're incredible.
Oh, amazing.
I really do love the bird Trolloc. The ones with like the ones that you don't see as often in the books are the bird Trollocs where they have like bird feet and feathers and things like that.
Yeah.
Incredible. Sharon and Davina said that they I specifically asked them and I got exactly what I hoped for. how do you differentiate between the Trollocs when you're telling, X stuntman to get into X Trolloc, or if you want X Trolloc on the screen, do you say Trolloc 1, Trolloc 2? And she's like, no, we had names. There was like Sophie and Susan, and like she said all these very proper, like effeminate old names, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the ones that I would deal with and people I would see, they're all the head stunt guys. So like whenever you see the short Trolloc, it's always a guy named Charlie. Ooh. And Charlie is this amazing ninja. I mean, he's amazing. And often in anything I do, you see me fighting Charlie because he's short like me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So there's always a short Seanchan or, someone like that I'm dealing with.
And man, can Charlie drink whiskey?
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. So this scene in particular is actually, so I'm happy that you're here because you're a fan. Obviously, we're going to get to watch your scene with you, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But this is such a powerful episode.
Real
for
quick,
Zoe.
Thom, the counter went away.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Timer.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Boop. It's back.
Thank you.
Yep. It's such a powerful episode for Zoe. And obviously Nynaeve. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on the change.
I mean, it's incredible cold open that lasts so long.
Yeah.
You got to get the arches right. I mean, the arches are so important for so much, for all of them. Elaine, Egwene, Nynaeve, you got to get the arches right. And I just thought this whole cold open was incredible.
I think it's like 10 or 11 minutes to the cold open.
Yeah. It's funny because when the cold open is finally over, you forgot that it hadn't happened yet. Like it's just all encompassing your entire being. I mean, the lighting change from being in the deep dark, part of the tower to now sunshine and so much love is just so perfect done.
The thing that I love about this, and Guy, you don't have to say anything because I know people try to get you to say stuff about books versus show all the time, but this is just my personal feeling. I really think what the writers wrote for Nynaeve's tests play better for the character than the tests that we got in the book. Like they say you're going to face your fears and stuff like that in the book, and that's what you're doing. And then, you're tested to try to come back. But she's doing that in the show, but at the same time, the part of the test is wanting to come back. Like she has the chance to correct her mistakes and fix the things, and instead she has to choose to leave. And that's such a more powerful test.
I'm sorry I laughed. I just saw a shot of Nick. Nick is a guy that is in a lot of these sequences. Nick's great guy.
Our Bowman.
Yeah. But no, you're totally right. What's amazing about the Arches sequence with Nynaeve, not at this moment we're watching right now, but we get to see Nynaeve be happy a few times as well.
Yes.
And that's super important.
Yeah.
I particularly like what they did in the second arch with Tam and them, but we'll get to that when we see it.
Yeah.
As per always, the setting and the clothing and everything is fantastic.
Fantastic. But they also had so quickly identify the relationships and the stories, and like in just seconds, exactly who they are in a way that makes it even more meaningful, because there isn't a lot of time. Like you don't have a ton of time to explore who he is and what's happening. It just immediately lays it out, and it's so beautiful.
Well, what's so cool about this first Arches session is we get to see Nynaeve before the two rivers, and I think people probably have questions about her and her family and everything.
Yeah.
And I love this sequence. And just the thought of her being under there, scoring everything in her character about that mother element, protecting, always
Yes.
protecting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives such a good grounding in story on why she is the way she is. Other than, just like, oh, she's a wisdom in a town and she likes the kids because they're in her town. Like, this is like, she has this fierce protector. I failed at protecting. I need to never fail at protecting again.
Yes.
Yeah. And that one sequence tells us so much about her background.
Yeah.
I think it's a great visual storytelling that they've done there.
Oh, yeah. Oh God, I can only imagine how that feels too.
Yeah.
I gotta, I have to remember if we ever get a chance to talk to Zoe, was the water warm or cold? Did they warm it for you?
It was probably like lukewarm, I'm sure.
Yeah.
See, as a non-actress, I go to make it cold because then it'll be wildly realistic.
Yeah.
That would be so frustrating though. You're gonna get cold quick enough, I feel like.
Probably. Yeah.
Kneeling on set, soaking wet for who knows how long.
I was never a Nynaeve fan in the books, but Zoe just makes me love her so much.
She's fantastic. Great actor.
She has some of the best scenes in the first half of it. Even in the last episode, she's got some great scenes.
Yeah.
Her stuff with Elaine is they're setting up some really fun stuff, I feel like, for season 3 with her block and just her whole emotional state.
Yeah.
Well, also as a visual storytelling medium, in the books, Nynaeve sometimes for some people can be frustrating. But you can really see on a great actor's face, like Zoe, all the internal conflicts going on. And so I think a character like Nynaeve really benefits from a film or TV storytelling.
And from the expanded opportunities available from, being years from, when it was written.
Yeah.
And the opportunity to like really create something that's a little bit more balanced than in the books. You can really see that with Leandrin's character and how like there's not this black and white laid out. There is more gray character arcs in it, which really makes it interesting.
Yeah, no, I agree, Glenn. It was early book Nynaeve that I struggled with.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about this scene in particular is that where in the book it almost seems like she's more upset that I forgot the name, the wisdom from Devon Ride, that's one town over, is the wisdom in this arch in the book, and she seems more upset at that fact that just someone else is the wisdom than her people were sick. And like when I went back and reread it, and even when I listened to Kate read the chapter, it doesn't come through that she's more worried about the people in her town. She's more upset that she isn't the wisdom so that she can take care of them. Because even if it's because she thinks she knows best, it felt like that. Where here, Zoe is just killing it, like with how concerned she is.
Yeah.
She does not care about being the wisdom. Oh yeah, we got to see freaking Michael McElhatton again. And I really think it's a testament to his acting ability how I don't see Roose Bolton anymore.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have a lot of scenes, and he's Tam Althor for me now.
Ugh.
And you guys have been doing great about sending words for the Mad Libs game, so just keep doing that.
Keep it up. You're doing great.
Yeah, I'm saving them. We got them starred backstage. So
Don't forget, we need some colors, some animals, locations,
nouns,
verbs, adverbs, maybe some adverbs too.
Don't be embarrassed too. And I had to Google and made sure I remembered what an adjective was correctly. So
yeah, I got it wrong in our pre-chat. So don't ask me. I'm not an English teacher. I love the little bit of joy, just a little smile of being able to bring the comfort, and yet still it's time to go away. No, come back. Ugh.
Oh. Oh, so good.
I always just the pain of the Aes Sedai, because they know what the novices almost accepted are going through. They've done it themselves. They know how they have to be. They know what they have to do to get them to go, because they can't push, you can't, they have to have the strength to get through it themselves. So you can't do anything other than, be an Aes Sedai in this moment.
I feel like Matt Stagger's reaching a little bit. Unoing as a verb.
I'll tell you what's crazy about this next sequence. I had read the script, so I knew what was happening, and still I got sucked into the third arch. And still, when the first time I saw it, I was jolted by it, even though I knew what was happening.
Oh my gosh. It's a testament to it being out there, like that, visuals for it and seeing it.
I mean, and the writing, like I said, it's honestly, I think it's a better test of Nynaeve as a character and what it takes to be an Aes Sedai than the third arch was in the book.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Especially because it's not just Lan that she has to leave. It's her child too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though she tries to not.
Yeah. Well, and you feel the relationship between Lan and Nynaeve better. Like it feels more real here than it did in the books. At this stage, anyways.
It doesn't hurt that they're both gorgeous. Daniel Henney and Zoe, and you just want them to be together. So
yep. So mad. First time.
Oh, the Hadori.
Ugh.
I love the one thing that I mean, don't get me wrong, everything Sharon Gillam does, the costume coordinator does, is pretty fantastic. I have no notes, which you shouldn't take my notes anyway. But one of the things that I love that she does is like the stark differences in the Aes Sedai's clothing. Even Aes Sedai of the same Aja, like, they have the different patterns and cuts, and you could definitely tell they're from different countries or nationalities, backgrounds, even age, different, personalities come out in the clothing.
Yeah.
Sheriam's dress here screams school mom to me. For some reason.
Yes.
Leanne always looks like she's about to walk down a runway on like like some sort of model show. Leandrins are usually practical too. Like I feel like she's always got a bit of armor or something useful or stuff.
The support and the strength and the protection.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. I love this.
So
sequence.
heartbreaking.
Oh. Yeah, I'm torn between this scene and then just the scene of Nynaeve overhearing the conversation from the end of the last episode. Like that had to be,
yeah.
Especially when it's like you don't want to confront them, you just hear it and walk away. That's such a tough thing. And she doesn't really, and she doesn't say anything too. That's the other thing. Zoe, she's just standing outside the door and she does it all with her face.
Yeah. Glenn is mentioning missing the Terabon or Terabon braids, but it makes sense not to do it just because it would be difficult to make them not look like cornrows on a blonde and white actor. And so it makes sense. They're still bringing in the ties, but still keeping it, culturally appropriate to our sensibilities.
That shot. Look at Lan. Daniel looks so badass in that movie.
So badass.
Right?
And like so much
emotion.
You're so
happy for them. You're so happy for them right now.
Yes.
Look at the emotion. You're such a beautiful couple.
Oh, this reminds me of the scene with the two of them from season 1 when he was doing his like prayer.
Oh yeah.
That was
the buildup of the relationship is so much better in the show. It's layered. Even in the shorter amount of time, you have it's so much more believable.
Yeah, you could feel the emotion between them for sure.
Yeah. Yes, Matt Stagger. Zoe's eye work is so good. Yeah. Eye acting. She has both eyes. Guy, you only had one. But I'm sure your eye acting is still phenomenal.
It was. I mean, just look how happy this one eye. Like
yeah. And then when that happens right there, look at that. I knew what was going to happen, and when the arch appeared, I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Oh yeah!
Turn around, girl! Turn around! Damn it!
Yeah, the reminder of like, oh yeah, wait a second, they tricked us.
This is definitely, I think, out of all of the couples all of the relationships in the books, this might be one of my favorites. Is the two of them.
Yeah.
Same, Aaron. I am not strong enough. Could not.
I think it would depend on how badly I wanted it.
And this is super important also for the fans who haven't read the books. You've got to understand the importance of the arches, not going back through, and Leandrin with her journey with Nynaeve, which is going to pay off perhaps in later seasons, right? I mean, so much storytelling in this cold open. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Incredible.
20 minutes, by the way, the cold open.
Wow.
It's so...
Very worth it, though.
The choices that Rafe and the team had to make, I cannot even imagine.
Oh, and then Kate. I mean,
they're
Kate
like,
too.
oh yeah, the show.
Oh right, we're watching the.
That was the cold open.
That was just the cold open. Never mind.
Oh my goodness, such a powerful episode to start with.
And then we go right to in Atuan's mill.
Oh, hey.
Just in case you want to take are you prepared, Guy? Or
all right, let's pause for a moment. I got to tell you a story about Sharon and the costumes.
Okay.
All right. Now, the first day we actually come to set to start filming this whole sequence, all of us, I'm just going to say it like I can say it because I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking on behalf of Amazon or anyone else. Let's make sure we're clear about that. When I walked on that set and saw the Seanchan in person, I turned to her and said, I'm looking at Emmy Awards. And I think it was such bullshit, total bullshit, wasn't even nominated because the work she does is so incredible. And I was there, and it filled all of us, all the actors. We could feel it. We were just really rippling, and there was this energy because they looked so badass, and the attention to detail with the villagers and everybody. I mean, you got Ferris being cool as hell up there. And, right? I mean, it was just incredible. That first day in the morning when we walked in and saw everything, all of us, all the actors, everyone was just blown away. And it was really cool experience, I have to say. And then it was a week of pain. And glorious pain. I mean, we had the best time. We laughed so much. I mean, we basically shot that whole sequence at the end of 202, the night shoots for the battle, and then this whole sequence was about a week. and we just had such a great time. There were so many laughs and yeah, very, very special. But that first moment, all of us just were blown away by Sharon and her work.
Yeah, I feel like that's got to be it. I found it's not an image from that scene, but it's an image showing them it's still in those costumes. So I just want to bring that up so that we can just look at it. I also want to call attention to one thing that I usually do, so it's fine. Okay, and boom, there we go. So we got them on screen, so we could definitely see. First of all, let's just look at Jessica. She looks fantastic.
Yeah. She's amazing. Yeah, she looked amazing. And one thing that you can't see if you're maybe watching the show on a small screen is they did this incredible, very subtle scarring under the mask all over her face.
Okay.
It's super interesting. And Jessica was very smart. She was willing. I mean, what I love about Jessica, she goes all the way. She shaved her head. A lot of actors wouldn't do that. And she was like, shave my head. And then she saved herself a lot of time in the makeup chair, too.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
By shaving the side of her head, yeah.
I was gonna ask if she really did, because it looks great.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
she did.
And then clearly, of course, she got the scars done, so she didn't have to, get those installed, right? She just went in.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Just scratch me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that like you said, Hamed had the longest probably in the makeup chair out of everybody, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I wonder how long it took to put these on, though.
Oh, I mean, listen, that guy, he is so incredible. And I remember saying to him one time, I was like, hey, man, are you okay? Like, does it bother you that you're doing all the hours? And Hamed is so... He is like Loyal. He's just so generous. He was like, you know what? I love it. I get to do this. Yeah, okay, it's a long time, but he just so embraced it, and he's got that enormous spirit of generosity about himself, and yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. And that's the funny thing I'll say about the casting, that when you get to meet a lot of the actors, they share the positive best qualities about their character. Someone like Marcus is that gentle giant. I mean, first of all, he's an enormous man. He's like 9 feet tall, and he's so gentle. He's worried a little bit about being too strong, like Perrin, I mean, and he's such a great guy. And everyone is, I think it's really terrific, the job they've done. And even with all the secondary characters and tertiary characters.
Yeah.
It's really special.
Yeah, the level of detail for all of them is
100%
beautiful.
There we go. We have another a theater goer there. That's nice.
Yeah, and you can see Hamed on Inti Live in A Midsummer Night's Dream. He plays Bottom. It is a legendary performance. He is hysterical in it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Go check it out. He's really incredible.
That's awesome. I was wondering how much overlap is there? Have you seen, like, with the stage and doing movies and film and stuff like that, especially in EU?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of European actors do both. Hamed and I had a really great time, because we also, while we were filming season 2, we co-directed a production of Midsummer Night's Dream for Prague Shakespeare Company, my theater as well. And it worked out really well. So, like, if he was on set, I would take a rehearsal. If I was working, he could be there, and we just had a blast doing that. And we got to have a really, really great opening night at Prague Castle, and it was a nice kind of break in the middle of the summer for us. And thank you to Amazon for letting everyone do that.
Big thanks. Yes.
Sorry.
Amazing. Hi, Luna.
He was in front of the screen, and you can't stay in front of the screen, bud. Go to your bed.
That's why you have a bed, bud.
Exactly. I was sad when we went in for Malkircon, we were going to go see Donal in Hadestown, but it was the week, like, we had already booked the trip, everything was done. His last show was the week before we were going to be in England. Which was
Donal's so talented, such a talented man.
So incredible. It was so I got to see it in July, and he was just absolutely incredible in the show. It was life changing. That show.
I do 100% agree with you. I was expecting it for a little bit of an Emmy snub, and I'll say it because I'm not being employed by Amazon, so I can say whatever I want. But I won't get you in trouble, obviously. I think it was a bit of a snub. I think they deserved like at least a nomination for the costuming and the makeup and the hair and the set design. Oh my God, the Andres, for the set design and the special effects were fantastic.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
I mean, just the attention to detail and the level of detail that went into the costuming and the makeup and hair alone. Forget it on just all the other stuff too. But yeah,
absolutely. And even on that set at Atuan's Mill, there were so many sections of the set you couldn't see that would never be on camera, but they had made little details work. And it just really helped all the actors. You know, it was so great. You really felt like you were there. And the great thing for me, there's a bit of a silver lining in 203, was at the beginning of this sequence anyway, since Uno had been knocked out, I got to just lay down on the ground. So I was having a nice little rest before the big moment. Yeah.
Did they film this scene in sequence?
No, things were kind of all shot a bit out of sequence. I'm trying to remember though. I guess we had done the weekend night shoots already, so we'd already done the battle, and then we went back into the studio later for some wire work about a month later for the blast. Yeah. So, but this was, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this scene was also Jessica's first day on the set. And, you know, I'd been working on the show for over 2 years by this point, and it was a little weird because not only was Jessica there, she was there to do something really bad to me. And she was having a lot of fun that day. And literally her first day on the set was this scene. God. That was it was actually pretty special for us, you know. And for me, I grew up in Texas as a kid, so as a fan of the books, the first time we hear the Seanchan speak, it's Jessica, and it's with that certain kind of drawl. And I think I've mentioned this story before, but when they were casting the Seanchan, they needed to give a reference for the voice. And because Jessica's done a ton of anime and a lot of dialect work and stuff, Rafe called her up and said, hey, can we help develop this? So Jessica was involved in kind of getting the sound of the Seanchan, and she made a reference recording that then they would share with actors as they were casting the rest of the Seanchan. Oh, wow. Yeah, and so that was really cool and really fun. And just to hear her say those words, as horrible as they might be that we're about to hear, it was still a lot of fun.
All right, let's hear him.
Is Jessica a reader too?
Well, Jessica started to read, and then she was overwhelmed by me constantly asking her questions. So I'm kind of like her Cliff Notes version. But she has listened to the audiobooks.
Okay. That's reading.
Kate and Michael.
That's reading.
Yeah, this was before Rosalind, so Kate and Michael. So, and she really loves those, and she's read sections of it, the Seanchan sections. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that's smart.
Yeah, my husband would get mad with me watching him read to see where he was. He was very much.
Speaking of the audiobooks, I'd be remiss to mention because it's coming up soon. In chat a little while ago, he talked about the scoring. Books Immersed, Jordan Rannells over at the Soundscape of Time. I don't know if you've heard of it, Guy.
Incredible.
He's creating a soundscape to go with the Wheel of Time books.
Oh wow!
And
it's so immersive.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's great. He did one Kickstarter already, and he's going to be doing another Kickstarter soon. And he sent me the Kickstarter link, which I will post in a second because I have so many damn tabs open. The there it is. He did book 1 and book 2, and it's fantastic. And he's going to be releasing them timed for Kate and Michael readings and timed for Rosamund readings.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah. So if you want to, it's not the whatchamacallit, the Kickstarter hasn't launched yet, but it's going to be launching. For some reason now I can't find it. Though he did send me a message on Discord. Probably here's the information, so you don't have to go look for it, Thom.
It was incredible when we got to listen to a part of it. I 100% cried. I mean, I cry fairly easily anyway at the Wheel of Time, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
April 24th, Thom.
There we go. April 24th. And the link is in chat right now, so you can check the link out, and I'll put the link in our private chat so we can check it out later and we remember. Okay. But he's going to be doing books, book 2, and then stretch goals for more. So go and check it out, pin it, so that when it goes live, you can get alerted to it. But such a fun thing.
Cool. Right, is everybody emotionally prepared for what's coming? Is everybody ready?
Let's do it.
I feel like that was a good.
Let's kill Uno.
That was a good. We killed him once already. We killed him. He already died once. He got stabbed like 3 or 4 times. All right, I'll give everyone a quick countdown. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. And the time is. When you got this script, did you already know about the Hero of the Horn?
No, I didn't. So I'll tell you about that later, though.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
I was just wondering how sad you were.
That kid was great, by the way. That young girl was terrific. Yeah, she was really terrific.
She's
I was about to
so
say
much gravitas in that little body. Like
even with the pacifier.
Yeah, incredible.
Her body language is just amazing.
Yeah.
That's got to, and you mentioned it before, like, body language and vision, and, their faces, Guy, such another layer of difficulty for acting with literally a pacifier in your mouth. Oh, there she is. She is a great voice.
Ugh.
Same, Arosa. I look away.
It'll be ours once again.
Yeah, so
hater.
Their faces are terrifying. Like
Absolutely.
literally the stuff of nightmares.
It's terrifying in person too.
Oh yeah, I forgot you saw them when you went to the thing.
Yeah. They were guarding the gates to Tarvalon when we visited Prague, and that was terrifying.
It's a whole nother layer of terrifying.
Yeah. Get that knife. Get it.
Uno
oh, that's the short one. Was that Charlie?
Oh shit.
Ugh.
The
what
fact
a great shirt.
The fact that Ferris is just standing there quietly too is so terrifying.
Oh my God. It's so cool. All right, I gotta tell you a quick story. Pause it for a second. I got a story about this scene. Okay. So one thing, Arnis, me, everybody was doing, all the main guys, right? Because this scene took a long time to film. In between takes, the stunt guys, the stunt men and women who were always fighting, were the main Seanchan around us. And we would play this hand game. And if you lost the hand game, you had to jump down and do 10 push-ups. And Arnis, because he's a beast, was just purposely losing the game so he could do 10 push-ups. So that's one thing about this scene I remember.
Gotta get those arms.
Yeah.
That sounds like a stunt guy game. That definitely sounds like a stunt person game to play for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Hatsima? Yeah, Hatsima.
Yes.
Are you
Oh my
aware of Masima's nickname?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's well earned. It's well earned, but I gotta say, I think Taylor's given him a run for his money.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. Taylor's layering those thirst traps though for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Taylor is one of the people that I have clips of because of that.
And relax.
Him, and then of
That's
course
awesome.
Dane is coming.
Yes.
Because Daddy Dane is a thing.
Yes.
I love their, oh man. I mean, I hate to love the white cloaks, but like the costuming, oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a quick thing about this scene because I think it's important if you watch it knowing this in mind, maybe you watch it a different way.
Okay.
At this point, when we filmed it, I didn't know I was going to come back as a hero of the Horn. But I had already pitched the idea to Rafe when we had and you probably heard me tell the story. I pitched an idea that Uno should come back as a hero of the Horn. And I decided that this day when we filmed this, even though they hadn't told me I was coming back as a hero of the Horn, I was going to play the whole scene as if I knew I was a hero of the Horn and I knew I was going to come back. And that I knew I had developed this whole backstory that for Perrin's journey, I had to sacrifice myself to show him to fight, to spur him on. And I could do it because I knew I'd come back. So later on, you might see me give a little bit of a smile because I know I'm coming back. Now, that was my actor trick that I played for myself. I was trying to manifest a positive future, but that's how I decided to play the whole scene. That Uno sacrificing himself in this scene was about Perrin, and I did it for Marcus and Perrin to make him fight, to give him an example to stand up, and it got cut. But I added something that wasn't in the script. That's probably why it got cut. But I'm about to be grabbed by a Seanchan. And every take we did, when I was grabbed by the Seanchan, I turned to Marcus and I said, "Fight." And that was the last thing I said to Perrin before they dragged me away.
Wow.
And that was my little actor moment, trying to have trying to put arcs on things with Marcus and everything. And that's how I approached this scene.
Okay.
Amazing.
That's freaking awesome. And like, inventing the character backstory in your head is to put yourself kind of like in the specific place to be able to play the part is
Definitely.
okay. I like that. You have to frame it in your own mind for yourself.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hold on. I have to get my support drink as well. And I have Luna for pets. Even though he's asleep, I'll wake him up. Okay, here we go. I'll give everyone a countdown again. 3, 2, 1, and go. And we're aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the horn is so clean now. She said "bow" a little with a like a. She said it from her gut. Bow.
Yeah, bow. Like gravelly. Yeah, get him. Get him.
There you go. One last kill.
Got to give him a little hit, last hit.
You don't have to hold me. I can walk.
Yeah.
I can walk.
I see where it is.
Myself.
God, she's beautiful, isn't she? Oh,
yeah.
Stunning.
Spitting is an art.
Goes on the resume, spitting.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you a story. Okay, that was hugely controversial moment.
Okay.
Feck you, and your oaths.
Okay.
because that word originally started off as fuck. And Rafe was like, this is going to be the only fuck in the whole show.
That's fantastic.
Basically.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I understand why it was changed effect. And I support all the decisions everyone's made. But that word had a lot of discussion about that word. And also, you know, the cursing for Uno. Is it more modern curses? Is it something, you know, goat kisser and all that? There was a lot of talk about those kind of things. And one of the things for me that was really important was that it didn't matter in a way, whatever the curses were, you got to keep the spirit of Uno. And so for Uno to say, "Feck you and Yoros," you know, that's really super important because that's who he is. That's who he was. And yeah, and we had a great time. And I can't tell you, I have two major spits in the show. There's a dead Seanchan that I spit on earlier, and we learned so much from that spit. So when we did that spit in an earlier episode, they'll give you sometimes when you have to spit egg whites to put in your mouth because it'll make a good spit, right?
Okay.
I had so many egg whites in my mouth. The spit was like this big, and we had to do it over and over again because it was just too much. At this point, I have learned how to perfect a spit on screen, and it was great fun.
No egg white, especially with the prices of eggs now. No egg whites needed.
Yes.
No egg whites needed.
Amazing.
Educational spit. Exactly.
Oh my god.
All right, let's do it. Let's see it.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready. All right. 3, 2, 1, and play. She's got those dead eyes going too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so rough. It's when they come back. It's when they come.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that was rough. All right, I'm gonna pause it,
And
but
then
not
her little
on that.
smile.
Not on that spot. I won't pause it on that
Oh,
spot.
thank God.
I won't do it, you guys. Oh man, that was powerful.
All right. So little movie magic. The spike. There were two versions, and one is basically like a Nerf horn painted green, so they can do CGI. But I still had to hit that, right? So that took a few takes, and it would kind of go off the side of my face, and you know that was fun. But the one thing I remember about that scene is they were so lovely the way they took care of me that once I had been kicked down, I didn't have to do that many takes in a really super awkward position because there was this incredible fake dummy body of me. And that's what they used a lot. But the funny thing about that scene, for Karima and Ferris and Jessica up on top of that, there was a lot of wind that day, and it was a little cold for them. But they were stuck up there for a long time because they go back down, and then with the shoes and the makeup and everything, so they bring them little coats and things. And maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe it's totally destroying the power of the Seanchan. But at that time when we filmed that, Jessica and I, Karima and Ferris, we all had small children. So I asked Jessica, what were you talking about up there? They were talking about diapers and baby formula between every take. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So, and you gotta have conversations about stuff like that to take your mind off the super intense things you're doing, you know? But yeah, they were all talking about their kids up there.
Oh my god.
That's
magic.
fantastic.
I love that.
I can imagine.
And I tell you, Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just, I was imagining Karima walking up and down those steps with the headpiece on, so she can't see anything. Because that's what's on our screen, is just her face.
Yeah. Well, and those fingernails were so incredible. I was really curious, how are they going to do the fingernails?
Yes.
And then to see that up close was just incredible. But pretty soon, the scene was finished, and they had more shots to do, and they put my dummy in. And so they said, "Okay, Guy, you can step off." And I was a little traumatized because I left everybody there, and I said, "All right, bye. I'm going to my trailer." And it was a bit strange for me to leave my dead body, and then I would turn around. Then I was on the side with everyone, kind of taking photos, and but I would see my dead body there as they continued the scene.
Wow.
And it was a fun day.
That one in the book to talk to the therapist about.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a weird form of closure, and just a thing had like, there's my dead body.
Yeah.
And it's the last day on set. Like, also you're thinking it's the last day on set. Like, oh.
Well, and because we were shooting out a sequence, it actually wasn't necessarily my last day.
Oh, right, yeah.
But it was my last. It was also my last day in a way, and I just, in my mind, I was still a hero of the Horn coming back, but no one else thought that at that point. Maybe Rafe had some secret plans by then.
Rafe doesn't just like playing with our emotions; he likes playing with your emotions.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But that was a special day. That was a really fun day. And the other thing, a geeky thing I can tell all of our fellow nerds out there.
Yes.
One of the other things I loved about that, Ferris is this insanely famous dungeon master of like this high-level D&D game. And so Ferris and I were talking in between takes, and at lunch we talked about D&D. And I was like, I'm talking to a Shamiel about D&D. And how perfect is it that he is a dungeon master?
Oh
right?
my God. That's so
He's
perfect.
in control of his whole world. Yeah. So just everything was magical about that day, and so many people were lovely, and some people were so nice. And I knew that Uno's death, even if I wasn't going to come back as a hero of the Horn, that it served a really important thing, because you had to feel palpably how dangerous the Seanchan were.
Yeah.
You have a story where so many of the protagonists from the Eye of the World are all the way there through the whole series. And so you've got to have big stakes on a TV show or you'll lose viewers. Yep. And so when the whole issue of, we all knew someone was going to die, we weren't sure who. I mean, I didn't want it to be Uno, but I have to tell you, and mainly for like book nerd reasons, right? Like I love some of the subplots later on with Nynaeve and Elaine and the circus and all the Uno as they, I love all that stuff. But I was really honored to serve the show in the way Uno's death served the show, because I think it was really important for it as a TV show to have that. And I feel lucky that I got to do that, and I'm a little part of the Wheel of Time fabric and the weave, and I, on my Instagram a couple days ago, I was in Boston on some Shakespeare business, and I went to the Trident bookstore where in 1990 I bought The Eye of the World, because I saw that big knight and that little blue lady on that cover, and I saw that cover and I had to read that book. And it's just amazing the way the wheel weaves, is what I will say. Yeah. I'm talking a lot. We got to watch the episode. Let's watch the episode.
I got to ask though,
no one on here is going to complain.
Who is the first person to call after you guys got the pages of you dying? Like who was like, oh my God, I can't believe.
Well, I'm pretty good friends with Taylor. And I think after I got the episode, I think Taylor sent me a message and said, "Are you okay?"
That's
yeah.
good.
Oh man.
That's exactly what you did to me when we got the screeners. You were like, "Did you watch episode 3 yet?" Oh, okay, all right.
Incredible. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was an appropriate amount of laughing and mirth to
Yes.
to have washed out.
So,
Thank you.
add some
Thank you for that.
levity.
Yeah. All right. All right. I feel good to go back into it now.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. The music again. How often have you seen the final product with all of the editing and music and?
I haven't actually watched it that much. When the episodes drop, I put every device I have on repeat because I'm trying to help the numbers for Amazon. So, but I haven't watched it that much.
Okay. I just got to say that
I've seen this episode, I would say maybe 5 times.
Okay. The music just adds such a level to it.
Perfect. Perfect. And this moment too, I was there while they're filming it. Yeah.
The wait and serve. Just and the fact that like I feel like the acting and the writing for the scene for Fairs is perfect. Like he doesn't need to do anything. Just stand there.
Just exist.
He's so cool.
He's
got the whole vibe going.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
What happened?
Do you have an ad?
I have an ad.
Yeah, I have an ad. No. You'll pop back up into our where we are when the ad's over.
Okay.
They should give you free ad.
Right.
Right?
Bull crap. I paid the $3, but it didn't. I was hoping it would carry over to everyone when we were watching, but obviously it does not.
Hey, Aaron, how are we doing on our Mad Libs? Is there anything we still need?
We're going. I'm still seeing them pop up in chat. So good job, everybody. The scene that we're at right now, just for your purposes, is Alvaro Morte and Rand Yosha in the courtyard.
Love those scenes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love those scenes.
Especially the peacefulness of the setting and like kind of the soothing calm, even though there's a little bit of madness going on here. But especially balanced after that whole episode. Piece of it is great. Also those spoons, such an interesting shape of a spoon.
Yeah.
I love the scene that we get in a second of when he talks about the flashback. Yosha looks like such a baby. Like he looks, the makeup and hair did a great job at making him look very, very young. Because he looks like such a baby in that scene with the curly hair and even just the difference between his face.
Well, yeah, he looks so much just thinner and smaller.
The cool thing about Yosha, season 1 to season 2, he came back for season 2, and he was such a stud. I remember seeing him in the Amazon stunt gym working out. This guy with this shaved head, I didn't see his face. And I was like, who's that badass they brought in for season 2? And then Yosha turned around and said, "What's up, guy?" And I was like, oh, shit. And he's really developing into Rand. Yosha's journey mirrors Rand, and I love that.
Oh yeah. Incredible.
Okay. And he's another who has read the series and gobbled it up and enjoyed it very much, which is fun to know. I was not a fan of Rand in the books for a majority of them. I wasn't a fan of emo Rand. I wasn't a big when he got angsty, but I love seeing how they did the kind of showing the small town Rand, the nice Rand, when he's with, forgot his name, the old man in the hospital.
Yeah. And for me, I know for some fans, they want everything to be the way they were in the books.
Yeah.
I love these new things.
Me too.
Because it sends me back to 1990 or whatever, and I'm turning the pages and experiencing something new for the first time. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of, because I think what Rafe and the team did is they captured the spirit of Rand and Elaine and Nynaeve. So it's these people, and I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I always say, and I totally steal it from Brandon
We
Sanderson.
got
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cleveland Coke.
It is gorgeous.
So
It is
good.
gorgeous. Getting the horn. And that looked like the chapter icon horn, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Yes.
The brand.
Yeah.
The thing to steal from Brandon is it's all about the journey and not the destination. Like as a Wheel of Time fan, we never thought we would get new Wheel of Time again. And this is we get to
Now we
be
get
on the
it.
edge of our seats and theorize and be like, oh, what are they going to do? How are they going to get there? Like that's the fun part for me.
And just look how badass Natasha is in the scene.
Right?
Just Lanfear, just looking at Rand, just enjoying Rand. It's
Just
perfect.
hanging out.
She dominates every scene she's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a casual village goddess hanging out outside her inn, just vibing, just,
And I fell in love with her in the Irish
Peaky Blinders, right?
Peaky Blinders. I freaking
Yeah.
loved her in that. Oh, the two of them.
Yeah.
And she's loving it too. Like Lanfear, she's just loving being able to manipulate him. She just loves it. It's like I feel like Rafe did a good job at showing book readers things in the writing and through direction that we would pick up on just for little nuances that like, oh, I could see it. I see it.
Yeah.
This is sad. This is rough.
Ugh. Such school marm.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
It just for some reason I know she's very unlike Trunchbull, but all I could think is Trunchbull from Matilda.
I could see that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But it's so she's perfect.
Yeah.
The motherly, but still,
Mhm.
in charge. Like,
And
so
again,
good.
the sets again, like,
Yes.
Yeah, I would just be walking around touching everything.
Everything.
Yep.
And then having
Those are incredible. Yeah, having people yell at me for
having
it.
props yell at you constantly.
Yeah. So this is when I visited Prague, this is where they had the costumes laid out for us.
Nice.
And so I definitely went around touching everything.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Just the emotional, just having those beautiful costumes and knowing this was the set. Like,
I would have cried. Did you cry? Did you tear
Yes.
up? Were you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. When we went to the Two Rivers, my watch gave me an alert saying that I, like a heart attack type alert. Like, hey, you're not
Calm down.
exercising and your heart rate is doing something. So I was like, okay, I need to breathe. I need to breathe.
Goose Fraba.
But I have a picture I took in that set of
Oh,
my
amazing.
God.
costume.
That is a good background.
My screen.
Jelly.
So good.
I don't know what it is about this show and doors, but it made me fall in love with doors. Like I love the doors in this damn show. I want them in my house.
It's a detail that just like who would think, oh, you know what? We're gonna have pretty doors. Like who decided that? Incredible.
Probably Andre.
Probably.
I can't pronounce his last name. The lead set coordinator.
Yeah. Donald.
Ugh.
So good. I love his mat.
Me too. Me too.
So good. It's so perfect.
He turned into my Matt in the last episode when he was counting her steps and mimed the locking of the.
Yes.
I was like, you're Matt.
Yeah.
Zoe has eye acting. Donal does hand and finger acting. That is his.
He's very comical. Like he's got even just his body language. You could like he's like being an asshole. He's being an asshole right now, and it's fantastic.
Well, I can tell you when we shot 208, Donal was very upset. Uno could say feck, but Matt could not. And he kept saying, I'm just going to throw it in takes and see if they cut it. So
That is awesome.
we'll see if Matt ever gets to say that.
Oh, that's a feckin' Matt thing to do.
Absolutely.
And he was so great too on 208 when the heroes, that whole scene, because all of us, it was all stunt guys basically, except Adrian, who's Arthur Hawkling, and me and Matt. And so everyone's having fun, and he was so focused on the acting and making the acting great. He's a terrific actor, amazing talent.
I can't wait to see where he goes.
Yes. I'm so excited. Ugh. Kate Fleetwood.
Speaking of fantastic acting,
Yeah.
Right?
Amazing. God, she's so good.
She's
a little
so
nod to the
good.
braids. She's got a bunch of braids. A little,
She has totally a ton of braids.
Yeah, a little nod to the braids.
Terabana Donna or
yeah, there you go.
braids from Terabon.
There
you
we
go.
are.
And more manipulation.
Oh yeah. He can do so much with just his face too, because like he's doing very uncomfortable, upset
With his bathrobe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love this. I love his ayahuasca scene. I know it's not ayahuasca, but that's what it looks like.
She is so intense.
Oh
yeah.
The trembling of the
great.
lips.
Yes.
So good.
He wanted to say something, couldn't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kate is a major stage actor, and she's done incredible performances on stage. But what you may not know about Kate, she's one of the funniest people on the whole set. She's this hilarious comedian, and she's really great at comedy. You know, so always fun to be around Kate.
That's fantastic.
She's amazing. Yeah, I kind of hate Rafe a little bit for making me love.
Andrew. Yeah.
Right? But I mean, what Rafe and Kate have done, Leandrin's amazing.
Yes.
And I love that they made it that complicated for us.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
And it's about to get really complicated later on, maybe with Kate and Leandrin.
I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for that. Such a freaking good job.
Also, I want one of those in my house.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not with the molten gold. I feel like that might be a little bit of an issue. But
I was going to say specifically for the molten gold. That's a lot of money right there.
Listen, I'm on a budget. Okay, I just want a gigantic, pretty fire pit.
All
right.
Liar. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So, do we think that was a lie?
Yes, I do.
And so she was.
You
sending...
do?
Yeah.
No, that's not a lie. She believed in her.
I think
she was going to make her Red Aja.
I think she wanted to make her. She had a backup plan. If she makes it out, I'm going to manipulate her. I'm going to make her a dark friend. I'm going to turn her into Red Aja. I'm going to make her Black Aja.
Okay,
but if she dies, I also help the Shadow.
Because see, the other option is
that I like that theory.
She did want to get rid of Nynaeve because of the danger to the dark, how powerful she was, and the fear that because she's so stubborn, they couldn't turn her. So many options.
Yeah, I honestly, Rafe had me thinking like, oh, maybe she might choose red, like in earlier in season 1 when and earlier in this season when they were interacting, like until
the red coat.
This coat is so good.
until Leandrin described the corruption of Sidene as something that you have a reason to kill the men instead of curing it. She had Nynaeve, but when she described it as something having to get rid of and not something to fix and cure, is when she lost that. In my opinion, is when she lost Nynaeve.
I could see that.
I think what's super important is the backstory they've given Leandrin with the son.
Yes.
And until that story changes, I think there's part of Leandrin that makes her complicated, and there's elements of goodness, a little bit like Anakin Skywalker, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
That makes it complicated.
I like it.
But let's just talk about this scene. Because how great is it to finally see the game of houses and everything? Yes.
He burns the letter.
And Rand in the red coat. Getting Rand in the red coat, right?
Finally. The thing that I got to talk to Sharon and Davina about most was this party, because I had seen this party before we talked to them, and they were so excited to be able to play with like feudal Japanese hair and makeup and clothing, and which you could see, and 13th century France style thing. And you could see it in all the clothing. The hair especially is a very telltale thing. Anyone with hair sticks is basically a Japanese style hair. But even then they kind of play with it too. They mix and match them.
Yeah, the mashup of it is so creative.
Like, look at her bodice. Is that wood? Like, it looks, it's so structured.
And to have an actress like Lindsay Duncan play this part and stand opposite Rosamund, you know, like, it's so special to have these incredible actresses that they get. I mean, Lindsay Duncan, a major English actor that's had an incredible career. So cool to have someone like that in Wheel of Time.
Yes, and in such a powerful role, in such a wonderful.
When I saw her immediately, I was like, "Oh, they're expanding Maureen's sister for sure."
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way they got her to be on there without giving her some extra screen time, and I loved what they did with her too.
Yeah.
Again, another great change that I feel like shows, because, you know, she was supposed to be start out as older than her, but having her start out as younger than her and then show the differences here, especially with the painting in the background.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Once again, doing what you can with the little amount of time to really strengthen the story.
So well done. Look at that room.
Yeah.
What's amazing about this world, this is a totally different world for the Wheel of Time. And so we're hopping between so many different sets, so many different realities, and it feels lived in. It feels like there's a back history to this, and that's really a testament to production design, Andre, everybody. It's
that's
fantastic.
100%. I try to call attention to their attention to detail all the time. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And then we just mentioned fireworks.
Somewhere Aludra is below those fireworks. Aludra's there.
I got it.
I got your wine. Yeah. His voice is so good in these scenes.
So good. Another incredible actor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I'm watching an ad.
Oh no!
Sad time.
Okay, so clearly the ads have something against Logain, because that's when they
ads come. That's what it was last time too.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm back now.
Okay, good. Okay,
I was gonna say we're at the scene. We're still in with Logain, but okay.
And I spilled this very expensive grape juice.
The ads are voices in Logain's head. I like that. Like Blinded Fool. There's a little madness, and it's staring at him right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Just a wee bit. Mm.
Oh, Yosha. Oh, poking a bear.
Yeah, be careful.
It's all right. He can't do anything.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he doesn't even have a spoon anymore.
That's true.
They took it away. He does crazy eyes very well.
Yes.
He's even like hunched over a little bit with like,
Yeah.
and he's looking like he's a little bit shorter than Yosha, but not that much. And but he's still hunching over and like looking up. It gives him that creepy vibe.
Yeah. I love a good like gravelly yelling whisper.
Mm-hmm.
How much of the Kyrian set did you get to experience?
I knew they were building it. I walked past sections of stuff sometimes, maybe. But we're also so segmented when we're doing our work. And also, I was doing a lot of things on location.
Yeah.
So some of that stuff was done in the studio.
Yeah.
This scene breaks my heart.
Oh,
Go to her, Matt. Go to her.
He's still a little salty.
A little scared.
Yeah. From the letter Perrin mailed on the Pony Express.
Yeah.
I always comment about the amazing postal service that Ranland has.
Yep. Pigeons, man. Somehow they work really well.
I love how he goes right back to Min too.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I love how he's like, "Hey, look, the door's open," but not really.
He doesn't even, he just calls her in,
doesn't-
lets her seize it. Yeah.
It's just opened. 'Cause
Also
he
a
could've
very Nat
closed it.
thing. Yeah. Not like, oh, we get to escape from jail. No, nothing. Just
Yeah.
come over for a sec.
Yeah.
Just come over here.
Okay. Min.
Oh, that just reminds me of the outfit that we saw of her.
Yes.
From,
Mhm.
I gotta pull it up. Yes, I know we're doing like 6 things at once, but I don't care. I want to stare at Kay's. I want to stare at Kay's navel at this beautiful knife and the belt.
I love the little
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I'm so excited for season 3. It's going to be amazing.
Have you seen it?
I have no memory of the past, the future, or the present.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go
He's
with her,
spun
Matt.
out.
Go.
Guy is currently spun out. He can't remember things. He's out in the amongst the world.
Yeah.
I'm in the dream. I'm in the dream. What can I say?
Yes. There we go. Poor Perrin.
Oh, the sequence is so cool.
So good. I forgot this was in this episode.
Yep. There's a lot in this episode, and it's so poignant, like because the way they edited it and cut it together, like you don't have a second to mourn Uno. It's just like
there's no
bam,
moment.
bam, bam, bam.
I gotta tell you, do you see how cool, calm, and collected Ferris is here? That's basically how he is in life all the time.
Amazing.
He is like that. It's incredible.
Of course, he's a DM. He's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, that shirt, like the detail, like the fake tie almost. So freaking cool.
He's bringing back the Age of Legends fashion. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Into the Seanchan. The Seanchan's going to be a few years ahead on fashion.
Yeah.
All because of Ishamael.
You're waiting for him to like smack him or like dump it in his face or something.
Yeah, no, that's not his manipulation. He's a soft touch. My favorite thing about this scene here is like as a book reader and as someone as people who know what Perrin is, it feels like Ishamael is frightened of it.
Mm.
I mean, he's trying to make Perrin frightened of it and run away from it. Therefore, he is scared of it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I can't wait till you give into this thing inside of you, this monster inside of you. Then you'll be closer to me.
Yeah.
So,
here come the good dogs.
The puppies.
The very good boys and girls.
I don't know if I'd be able to resist petting them if I was on set with them.
Oh, right. I would want to take them home with me.
Did you get to meet any of our canine actors?
Any of the who?
The canine the dogs.
They were around, but you don't want to go close to them unless you know them and stuff. And they're really careful about their hours on set and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and I wasn't there when they were filming that, but the dogs were apparently amazing. And Gary's such a badass, like, and Marcus and Gary had some great stories.
I'm sure the insurance wouldn't like you getting anywhere near the dogs either.
Yeah.
Very good babies. Just Hulk out.
Do it.
Rar. Oh, hello.
There he is. I love him as Elias.
It's so good. Uh-oh.
Talk about changing scenes too, like going from the White Tower to Atuan's Mill to here to Kyrian.
It's a great episode. It spans the whole world.
It really does.
It really embodies the feeling of book 2, where book 1 is very small scope. POV is narrow, and book 2 explodes and
yeah, they're all separated.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She looks great as Min too.
Yeah. I'm excited for more of her.
Yeah. Another example of great clothing.
Yes. Boots. All about the boots.
The pants.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that for me.
I got you.
This scene, right? Oh,
so, Min,
like, what's happening?
Oh,
something happened.
It paused.
Paused.
Oh.
We're good. Okay,
it's better.
Okay. Is the time still lined up?
No, because the time is gone.
It's gone. It went away. No Lunacam, no time.
There, it's back.
Here we go.
Yeah, my computer freaked out for a second.
Yeah, the timer's too fast. We're at
Wow.
13, 14.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, you're watching the same thing. I'm helping. Oh, the lighting in this scene. Oh, so pretty. The moon goddess.
All the blues, right?
Yeah.
You got the blues for Lanfear. It's amazing.
Yep.
And her outfit is very Japanese too.
Yeah.
She's wearing like almost like a kimono.
Yeah.
We got the flying cranes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Oh, I love the way the channeling looks.
Yes.
Especially the male channeling with the black wisps in it.
Yeah. The like oil.
Yeah. Oh, gorgeous.
I got
So-
the power.
So who's with me on Lanfear? Just kind of like fucked with him a little bit.
Well, I mean,
Like-
that's what she does.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, she all of a sudden he's asleep, wakes up, burns the building down. I feel like she may have influenced that a little bit.
Yeah. Or the sex was really, really good.
Yeah.
That's goes without saying.
Yeah.
Not sure if she's actually concerned or if she's just pretending to be concerned, because you know Mirren Lanfear really
It's
does
probably a
love
little bit of
Lucera.
both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, fair.
Agreed.
And what I love about this is very Egwene, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
She's got to try. She's got to try.
Yeah.
She's going to do what she can as much as she can, regardless of what anyone else thinks.
You want to get Egwene to do something? Tell her it can't be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I can't wait to see her have that attitude with the Aiel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, and Elaine.
I was a little worried before we knew, you know, Sarah, her as Elaine. Like, is she going to play it like pompous or posh?
Mhm.
She does it perfectly. She really embodies like Elaine not being like a posh, pompous, like rich, high end mighty person very well.
Yeah, but still has that level of royalty.
Yeah, she turns it on. She could turn it on.
But even when she's casual, see, you know, how she holds herself, how she speaks, how she presents herself.
Oh. I love the arches too. The arches themselves.
Yeah. The artwork, carving.
Mm-hmm. The little bit too, if you go back and watch it, if people in chat go back, you have a chance to go back and watch the testing scene. When they turn that first arch on, it's actually broken, the top of the arch. But when they channel into it, the channeling kind of still goes through the
Complete
the shape of it, and you could see it and it looks really cool. It's like a split second scene, blink and you'll miss it, but it looks gorgeous.
And details.
Yeah. I got to tell you a quick story about Kira as Elaine, because at the first read through of season 2, episode 1, you know, she's sitting there and about to read this iconic character that's being introduced, and she just killed it at the table read. It was amazing, and everyone knew from the beginning that she was going to be fantastic. Great addition to the show.
That's great.
Amazing.
This is a great scene. This whole scene is just great.
Oh, and so much more heartbreaking to see how happy and the joyful they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to see so little.
Look at that!
I know.
Yeah. Not a feckin' lord, but it sure looks like one.
Yeah.
Not enough lace though.
We got to see so little of them be happy prior to leaving the Two Rivers.
Yeah.
And the combination of patterns really kind of layers and shows what's going to happen in Tanchico with the patterns in those costumes. It's like Sharon was really like exploring with this one. See what she can get away with.
Nynaeve suffers some
Honey
real trauma.
cakes.
Yes, honey cakes.
Ooh, Nynaeve's honey cakes. Nynaeve makes her own honey cakes. I want to try some of those.
Oh, I'm sure Lan made the honey cakes.
I don't know. I don't know if I prefer Daniel Henney hair down or hair up.
Either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have to
Hair
choose?
down is nice though, but no.
No, you're right.
With his shirt off, is that wrong? Sorry.
Butt rock. It's the butt rock scene. We need the butt rock scene. That was the butt heard round the world.
Oh,
Epic death scene, Marcus.
the most epic. I also find it really interesting that it's just the boys here
Mm-hmm.
and not Rand.
Or Egwene.
Yeah. But what's so cool about this whole sequence? It goes into such detail, and it shows you how hard the arches really are.
Yeah.
That you think the arches are real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ah, the Trollocs. Wait, do we get any Trolloc nipple shots for Kevin?
Let's find out.
Oh, there's all her herbs.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, there it was. It was a quick one. I also like the idea, you kind of get some when we see the Trollocs a lot, like when we see a lot of them, there's almost kind of like more animalistic Trollocs. Like they're not wearing armor, they're not holding weapons, they're like running on all fours, some of them. And then there's the more humanoid ones with weapons and armor. I really like the differences there. Oh,
yeah. No.
Marcus.
Dead
That's gonna leave a
again.
mark. Yeah, it's gonna leave a mark.
That's going to leave a mark on your heart.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Don't worry, you can't channel while you're in the arches, Nynaeve.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you shouldn't, you can't, is what they told her. But wait.
And what's that?
It's a Rapunzel. What's up, Rapunzel?
Just in time for more tears.
Yeah.
Ugh.
She goes through some major trauma this season,
Mm-hmm.
Nynaeve. I'm
Mhm.
sure
Really
it'll...
good episode.
Well, yeah, Egwene too. Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just a little bit, just a wee bit of trauma.
Oh, yeah. Watching, and one of the things that Robert Jordan always did great, and I loved about the Wheel of Time, was that it affects the characters.
Mm-hmm.
The characters don't just brush off their trauma. So I can't wait to see how they write that into the later.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back at but once, except for the second time
No.
that it's coming.
Yep.
That's fine.
My headcanon is she had to live here for 7 years or however old that kid is. That's my headcanon.
She's like
yeah.
5, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 or 5, I would say. And yeah, she absolutely lived there. I don't think it was a fast forward or anything.
No.
I think she lived through that.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah. And
Watch
then
her face.
you leave.
Watch her face.
Just
Don't have it. Ugh.
Look at her. Oh. Broken.
You've lost everybody, including your baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Such a good scene.
Heartbreaking.
Sharon's like, we had to ruin another dress with blood.
So good.
Ah!
I love it. All right, I'm gonna stop the watch party. It may, if you stay in the watch party, it will probably keep playing for you, but I suggest not doing that. More egg white.
More egg whites.
Thanks for reminding me, Aaron.
Fucking hell. I haven't seen that episode in a long time. So, wow.
Yeah, I'm so glad we got
It's
this.
a great episode. I mean, obviously the Uno stuff is amazing, but the whole episode, there's so much good shit in that episode, right? Oh, great.
especially it being the arches for her was one of my favorite
because
parts.
that's so important for the audience to really understand the tower. Because really, if you don't get the tower right and you don't start understanding what all those Aes Sedai went through to get that ring and to join the Aja and everything, then when stuff that might happen later happens, it doesn't have this significance.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So good.
Light blinded asked in chat, are we good on the Mad Libs? That's for Erin. Just call our attention for her. When you got to see your dummy for the first time, did you guys, so like Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe, where he played a dummy, but they also had a full size one of him. He played with it, like he did all kinds of like silly things with it. But like, did it make you nervous? Did it, like, how did you feel?
Okay, honestly, my first reaction was, fuck me, is that what I look like? Fuck, I look like that, really? Because it's so perfect. I mean, it was weird. It's weird. And then, you're kind of posing with it. I took some photos with it. I think I put them on Instagram a long time ago or something. But it's a little weird. And then, I don't know where the dummy is now. Like, has it been thrown away? Does someone
probably took it
have it in a basement or something? Like, I don't know where the dummy is now. I really want to know.
That's funny. You're gonna walk into the wrong room, like the wrong prop room one day.
Oh my gosh, Rafe, do that, please.
Oh my god, and record it, it for sure.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we're collecting our last bits for the Mad Libs. While we do that, so normally at this point in the show is when we'll set up for our Inside the Dragonmount studio interview. Obviously, we talked about that. We did that with Guy already, so please go and check that out later on the Dragonmount YouTubes. But also, this is where I get to announce my guest for next week. So I'm going to do that, but more, because a couple of days ago, I also got confirmation of another super special guest that we're going to get for a later episode. So this is one of the first times I'm going to share like this far in advance, but I think it's called for. I definitely think it's called for. So with no more preamble,
I wonder who it is.
I know, right? For episode 8 of the show, our finale, we're going to have with us Nickel Kopukar. I'm very, very excited for him. So now maybe some of you are like, who is Nickel? He goes by Nick, by the way. We've already talked about his contribution to the show several times throughout this episode. He works with Lorne Balfe. He's one of the beautiful musicians and composers on the show. He helped compose a lot of the music for season 2.
Wow. So
I'm very, very, very excited to hang out with him. If you've been following our Dragonmount stuff for a while, actually, we got the chance to interview him way like 4 years ago. Like when they first announced the show, Nick was one of the people that got very excited and like pitched his resume through a YouTube video that he made.
Wow.
Which at the time he was the composer for the Budapest Orchestra. So he composed a piece that he thought was like embodied the Wheel of Time and put it out on YouTube as like a, hey, look what I can do. And I guess we'll ask him if that helped or hindered him for getting his job in season 2 when we have him on. But
yes,
I'm looking very much forward to that. Someone, I'm not sure, did you ever have a chance to meet any of those kind of like backroom guys that worked on sounds or anything like that?
No, I mean, we would have ADR and we would go in and record dialogue and stuff later, but that was not the musicians, the composers. So
okay, that was it. Like I said, the music just adds such a level to the show that, yeah, especially like, I mean, your scene was was a completely different feel with the music. I couldn't imagine having been on set though. Obviously, that's a powerful bit. All right. Though I'm stalling, obviously, I don't know if you could tell because I didn't have my next week's thumbnail downloaded yet, but I have it now, so I can put it up. And I think he's still in chat. I saw his name come up a little while ago. You might recognize this name. It's Innkeeper Matt Hatch of the Dusty Wheel.
Of course.
Yes.
On his Landfear.
Yes, appropriately on the Daughter of Night episode. We have to have him for Daughter of Night, as is customary. He is always around for that.
Yes.
Yes, Matt. Yes, Matt is coming. Innkeeper Hatch will be here.
Amazing.
All right. Is that enough time for Erin to have put together our Mad Lib?
I don't know, but while we're doing that, we could also do the trivia and do the giveaway.
Oh, right. Okay. So I promised Uno trivia. Let's show us our beautiful picture again. Look at that handwriting. Oh my God.
Yeah. All right.
Did you have to practice his signature, by the way?
No, but the odd thing when you sign 1 million signatures over and over, your hand gets tired and you start signing your name in ways that are quite different than how you normally sign your name. Well, what did I write on that? Keep bloody swearing.
Yes.
Absolutely right. Keep bloody swearing.
You were so kind asking what I wanted, and I said we were using these for giveaways. And so you're like, all right. And so all 3 of them have different little sayings on it. It's great.
Thanks, Skeeter. Thanks. A little fun tidbit for that for you. This is advice from Brandon Sanderson. He developed a signature, and this was advice from, I think he said Stephen King.
I think so.
Get a signature that you don't have to move your wrist for.
So it's all arm.
It's all arm movement. He keeps his hand in his wrist, and it's all arm movement is his signature. So he doesn't have to
Hey, by the way, quick thing.
Shoot.
I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I've started hitting buttons on my computer, and I see there are starred comments, and there's some questions for me, and a couple questions are the same question. What was the first Wheel of Time book I waited to be published for? And all of them, because I read Eye of the World in 1990. So I waited for all of them.
You got me beat by a couple years.
Yeah.
The one of the other questions that we starred was for riding of the horses. How did you? Was anyone worse at riding the horses than anyone else? Is there any fun? Do you remember anything about when you were training for that?
No, I mean sometimes the horses, you get to know your horses, so they pair you up with horses, and you create a relationship with your horse, right? So my horse, Uno's horse, was Flower, and Flower was a beautiful horse. I think Flower, really appropriate that my horse was Flower and I was cursing all the time on the horse. But no, sometimes they get bored, so they'll kind of not do what you think they're going to do, but they're really well trained for the camera and they don't get freaked out about the camera. And the horse mistress on the show and everyone, they took such good care of us and we had so much fun. And, we go on rides in the forest, just like a crew hunting for the horn. We just get on the horse and go ride in the forest for a while and go galloping and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Great time.
Amazing.
Was getting into I'm sure, I don't know if you've rode horses in anything else. Oh, actually medieval, you were riding horses too.
Medieval, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in Texas too. So.
Oh, that's okay. I was going to ask, did you have any background in horse riding prior to?
Well, a little bit, but the big thing with the horse is because, they want everyone to be safe and horses are dangerous when you do something like that. So they really wanted us to ride with 2 hands. And I was such a bad actor. I was like, fuck that. Uno would not ride with
Uno would not ride with proper.
And so I would, I pretend to do that. But then there's some sequences, I think in 201, the first episode, you see us riding horses, and I just wouldn't do it. Every take, I was like, I'm just not doing that. And luckily it worked out okay.
I think it worked out.
But when you're doing things like you have weapons and all that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to keep in mind when you're riding a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The one of the fun anecdotes that I think it was Yosha told you, Kathy, when you interviewed him, was a lot of season 1 when they were riding horses, they weren't actually riding horses. When you see them, he's like, if you ever see me from like the chest up and we're supposed to be on a horse, we're just standing there going like this. And it was pretty funny.
That's funny. That didn't happen with any of the sequences we did on the Hunt for the Horn. We were always on the horses. We never had doubles because they spent so much time really doing that. And that was really terrific as an actor to really feel that and get a little sore. And, that was super important for us. Yeah.
I mean, it definitely helps you go into character. Guy, I sent you the Mad Libs in your email.
Oh, in my email.
Yeah, because it's a paragraph.
Let me look at my email.
All right.
So yeah, we'll give Guy a minute, and while he queues up his thing and reads it, he's got to read it and understand what's going on, because some of the words in there are, we got them from you guys. It's your fault.
Choices. Let's
All right.
do the trivia.
Let's do the trivia. And I promised an Uno based question. I will preface it with this. I did take it from my 2017 trivia questions that we wrote up for JordanCon.
It is a vintage question.
So it's a vintage Uno question. I really just typed, I went into my trivia. I have a big master list of trivia, and I typed Uno, and I had 3 questions with Uno's name in it. So I picked one that was mildly hard. You don't have to get it exactly right, but you have to get close to correct on it's a quote.
And the first to answer.
Yep.
Yes. What is the first, and this will be the first thing that I see pop up in chat. I'll take a screenshot of it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the first thing that Uno says when he sees Elaine on the high wire in Val and Luca's traveling show? And Guy, for
am I supposed to answer this?
No.
For
Okay,
funsies for you.
I'm reading the Mad Libs right now. Sorry.
Yes. Guy's working. He's studying like the actor he is.
Yeah.
This is for the chat to win.
This is for chat only.
You do that. I'm going to come back in 1 second. I'm going to look at this on my computer. I'll be right back. I'm stepping away.
Okay.
Oh God.
we'll let him go backstage so he doesn't have to flop around for us. He's performed enough for us tonight.
Indeed.
Okay, I see 2 answers in chat, but one did come first, and I will screenshot it for everybody because there is an order to this.
Love you,
all right,
nerds.
I'll ask Uno to say it when he gets back in his best Uno voice, but it was face like a bloody queen.
Yeah.
So Uno is correct. Good job, Uno. Uno in chat. Cat was correct. Good job.
Uno.
Yes. Where is it? I lost it already. How did
there you go. I started.
Oh, you started. Okay, good. I was like, it's gone. It went so quickly. Face like a bloody queen. Close enough. Well done. And email, if you could email social@dragonmount.com and we'll get
we'll get that mailed out to you.
Yeah. I'll send that right. Boop, there. The look, I can't wait to go back and clip the look on Guy's face when it popped up, but it was good. I was staring at Guy and not the show.
We're watching him watch his death. Yeah.
I was so curious. Like it's not even just that it's Uno and Guy, because obviously Uno's great and Guy has been fantastic, nothing but fantastic since we've met him and been part of the community. But just watching somebody watch themselves die is just interesting.
Their death, yeah.
I can't even go back and watch these things. I won't do it.
It is tough for me. It is definitely tough for me.
Yeah.
The Mad Libs idea too, if you guys enjoy this part, we may do it at conventions too in the future.
I think that'd be fun.
Luna decided to come join me next to me so that I could pet him.
Hi, baby.
He's over here.
Hi, baby.
Quit annoying him.
And look, a wild guy has appeared again.
Hello, I'm here. I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Did someone win, or
Yes.
who was it?
It was your a person after your own heart.
Cat. Okay. Uno. Bloody Nomesta.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Can you give us the face like a bloody queen in an Uno? Perfect.
That is, by the way, I got to tell you, that is one of my favorite Uno sections in the whole book. In the circus. When he looks up on her on the trapeze, on the wire, I think Jordan writes something like childlike wonder with Uno. And I love that salty, crusty, swearing old soldier can look at something like that circus with childlike wonder. I love that section in the book.
Yes.
I'm sure that was cathartic for him too, writing it like that as a soldier. I've got a lot of pics and stuff.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you. That's so great. All right. Well, the next person that got it was our whatchamacall, our favorite gnome, our favorite household gnome, Gnomon Garden. So good job, Gnome.
Amazing.
Thank you, Uno. You're such a good person. Everyone that's just Uno is great, apparently.
Yes.
All right. So, are you prepared with our Mad Lib?
Yes. Okay. So I should just read this now. Is that what I should do?
How you take you? I'm giving you no direction. This is like like an improv scene. You give us whatever you think deserves.
Okay. Well, this is extraordinary.
Wait. Can we make Guy big?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This needs the full yes.
All right. Ishi was taking steady strides on the other side of Landfear, using his top knot as an eye patch, ignoring the wind that made his moist cloak flap like that cloak. Now and again, he touched the mare's flank lightly to remind her to constrict. With his muscle-brained chest and wool-headed face, he was a pillar of reality in that morning. Like a penguin in the middle of an awkward dream, his purple cheeks might be lined, and his hair have only a sprinkling of unhealthy green among the azure. But there was a solidness to him, as though a flood could undulate around him without uprooting his elbow. He floated down the road now impassively. Axolotl and Sreddit were all very well, his manner said. Things that any man who kept sheep must be aware of. But they had best not try to stop the dungeon master getting on Nynaeve's bad side. I have no idea what any of that meant.
I don't think anyone
it was extraordinary.
It doesn't matter. Listen, I felt it. My heart said exactly what it needed to be, and that's all that matters.
Extraordinary.
Oh my gosh, you did incredible. Messages are so hard to read.
From the brains of chat. Thank you very much, chat. As always, giving as much as they get.
Yes. Can we write that out in our socials?
Oh yeah.
Share that out, Blue Sky and stuff. And
Aaron, you heard her.
It needs to be written so that we can fully read it and watch your presentation of it, and maybe we can understand what it was.
The elbow got me. The elbow.
Yes. The elbow was perfect.
Yeah, I like the mare constricting as well. Was epic. Yeah. Luna also approves, by the way, guys. Look, this is his approval. That's his approval face.
Yep. Perfect.
Well, thank you so much, guys. This was so much fun.
Of course, thank you.
So incredible.
I can't wait. Obviously, Wheel of Time season 3, March 13th. Be there, be square. We'll have just finished episode 8 the Monday before, so very excited.
Wait. Can't wait.
And with no more ado, since some people talk about Smashing to Black, but around here, Crystal, say goodnight.
Good night, Crystal.